Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rukah Kodash. Double honors to the elders of GMS who grew well. Peace and salutation to the elect Akim on the four corners, pushing the truth for sincerity. Peace be unto you. This is an article that says U.S. envoy says time running short for North Korea deal. It says Washington, the U.S. official in charge of talks with North Korea, said Wednesday that time is running short to achieve a deal, but not because of the end of year deadline set by the North's leader Kim Jong-un. A crisis or any other distraction could derail talks to end North Korea's nuclear weapons program despite the historic meetings between him and President Donald Trump, according to Stephen Begum, the administration's special representative for North Korea. The window is still open, but they need to seize the moment, Begum told the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, which was holding a hearing on his nomination to be Deputy Secretary of State. Begum, who would still be in charge of North Korea, even if he is confirmed for the deputy position, said Kim should grant more authority to the officials who negotiate on his behalf in order to make more progress. So far, though, Begum said the U.S. has seen no concrete evidence that North Korea intends to eliminate its nuclear weapons. And I can tell you right now, they don't. Why would you? This is the beast. You have this fucking beast that, took peace from the earth, that's destroying the earth right now as it is, that's going around, killing, destroying everybody. So why would you, not, why would you disarm yourself? Here you are. It's like, you go into negotiating with somebody, they got a gun, you got a gun, and they telling you put your gun down. Fuck what I do that shit for. That's exactly what this is like. And Esau is responsible because he's the one, he's become despised. He's made himself hated. Here he has his blessing, the sword. And now other people are using that exact same blessing against him. Reading on, it says negotiation faltered after the U.S. rejected North Korea demands for broad sanctions relief in exchange for a partial surrender of the North's nuclear capability. The North Korean leaders set the end of year as a deadline for the U.S. to audible deal to salvage the talks. So that's it on that. And so basically they want, relief from their sanctions. It all is just a cat and mouse game. That's all what this is. Just one big, you do this, I do that, going tit for tat with each other. There ain't going to be no real serious relief between these two, because ultimately it's going to come war. This beast is going to be destroyed. Other nations are going to shoot their missiles at them. North Korea is just one of them. These are the arrows of the most. Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh God concerning Edom. Edom is a so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. All the heathens. What's funny is that you were once confederate with these same heathens. You were all buddy. Let's use them to take down the nations. The nations of Israel. Psalms 83 and verse 1. A psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, and the name of Israel be not no more in remembrance. Israel is the so-called Native Americans and so-called African Americans. Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. All these nations came together. Verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom. So the chief person is Edom, Esau, the so-called white man. They're confederate. They all are part of this council, this plot against so-called Negroes. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Ishmaelites is your sand niggas or your Arabs. Of Moab. Moab consists of your North Koreans as well. And the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is joined with them. They have Hopin, which Hopin means help. The children of Lot, Selah. So those were the nations that were just listed. Ammon, Gebal, Philistines, Amalek, Esau, Edom. They were all confederate. They said they were all, part of this council. They were all, joined together. Now, the same people, those heathens, they're despised. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Esau is so proudful. He goes basically saying, who's going to take us down? And now all these other nations, they are now using their weapons. They're now building their weaponry. They now have the so-called sword or the sword, these arrows. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, because a white man exalts himself as the eagle. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. And Esau is being brought down, slowly. Here you are having to negotiate terms and conditions with the people that's planning to take you out. People that got a hit out on you, basically. These other nations are tired of being oppressed, tired of being, spoiled. And this is just the nature of the devil. My last video, I was talking about, can two walk together except they be agreed? The only agreement that they have is let us cut off Israel from being a nation. Other than that, they don't got no agreement. They, got their gods. Other nations got their own gods, and other nations they want to be able to ones to rule the world. The pride of Moab, they want to be the ones to rule the world. They don't want to live under the oppression of white supremacy forever. They want to be able to say that we got sanctions over here. We got these Israelites, they working for us. All these other nations desperately want out of the system. I think it's 17. This is Revelation 17 and verse 10. And there were 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short time. And the beast that was and is not, even is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition. This is America. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as king 1 hour with the beast. So this, got these 10 horns represent these EU nations. And now the beast is sprouting the horns. So the nation, like North Korea and stuff like that, they're looking at the beast as being an issue as opposed to the horns. They're just collateral damage. Yeah, they're part of the beast, but they understand that this beast is the issue. Verse 13. But these have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Yahweh of Yahwehs and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So at the end of the day, this beast is going to lose. This beast is fighting against prophecy, and you can't win. And on that note, I want to end this off and say, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to GMS. We well. Peace and salutations. Shalom.